Hi everyone. So I wanted to give you a little bit of the phonics lessons that we're going to be working on this week. So we're going to be continuing to work on decoding those multisyllabic words, so those words that have more than one syllable. Now remember, we're able to identify if a word has more than one syllable by looking at its vowels. So however many vowels a word has, that then indicates how many syllables it has. So I'm going to show you here on this word list how we can decode these words. So we have some rules to follow as we're decoding these multisyllabic words. The first one is that we're going to identify or underline the vowels. So I'm going to show you that in this first word here. So my first thing is I'm looking for my vowels in this word here. So I'm going through the letters. Oh, I see that U is a vowel. So since I'm not, there we go, I'm able to underline it there. And I also see that M's on a vowel, P's on a vowel, E is a vowel. So I'm then going to underline the E as well. So now what I'm doing is next I need to look at the letters or the consonants that are in between the vowels. So I can see that in between this word I have an M and I have a P. This makes it really easy because whenever you have two letters, you're just going to split it. You're going to split your syllable right here. So that then means that my first syllable, when I sound that out, trum, pet. If I put those, I read the first syllable, then I read the second syllable, and now I'm going to read the entire word, trumpet. So the word is trumpet. Let's look at our next one here. Following my steps again. Number one, I'm identifying or underlining my vowels. So I'm going through my letters. I see that I is a vowel. So I'm going to underline it. And I see that I have another I. So I'm then going to underline that one as well. Now I'm looking in between the vowels at my two consonants. I see there's a C and an N. Since I have two, I'm going to split my syllable right here and I'm going to read each one. Pick, nick. So when I put the two syllables together, my word is picnic. Coming down to the third one, my vowels. O is a vowel, so I underline it. E is a vowel, so I underline it. And this last E is also a vowel, so I'm going to underline this as well. Now I hope you all remember that technically this word has three vowels. However, when we're looking at this last E here, we have to think about, is that E going to be a separate syllable? So in this case, this E, typically when we have an E on the end, it's silent. We don't hear it. So what that means is, although we have a vowel at the end, all that vowel is doing is telling this E here to say its name. So telling this E that it's going to say E instead of E. So just because we have an E on the end does not mean that it's a whole separate syllable. So we're kind of going to ignore it, but know that it makes the E say its name. So we're looking in between these first two vowels. So now it makes it a little bit trickier because now I have three letters in between. So this is where you have to use your strategies and think about what is going to make sense. So if I'm looking here, I have M, P, and L as my consonants. If I split my vowel here, where I'm keeping the P-L blend together, I'm going to read my word complete. And I'm going to ask myself, is complete a word? Yeah, it is a word. So I think that's how I would say that word. But I'm going to try it the other way as well. So I'm going to try it here. So now this is complete. Complete. Is complete a word? No. So the way that I had it the first time was correct. And I also know that because I know that PL is a blend, like in the word plate or play. So we want to keep that blend together. We don't want to separate it. Let's try our next one. My first vowel is U. My next vowel is I. Oops, underline. And lastly, again, in this word I have an E on the end. So again, this E is not making a whole separate syllable. Remember the rule for E. All that E is doing is telling the syllable that it's attached to say its name. So I'm looking in between I only have 2 letters in between this time, so I'm splitting it right in between my 2 consonants, my M and my P. So my first syllable is my second syllable is pyre, my whole word is umpire. We're going to try one more that I'm going to show as an example, and then we will be working on this week. So again, the last one, I'm underlining my I. Oops. I'm underlining my A. I'm underlining my E. I'm looking in between. I have 2 letters, so I'm going to split it right in between. My first syllable is in, and my second syllable is vade. And I know that it's vade because this E here is telling the A to say A instead of saying ah. So we're going to be applying our decoding skills to figure out these more difficult or challenging multisyllabic words. If you have any questions on what we'll be doing this week for reading, please let me know.